we'll move in to the NFC South now, starting off with the NFC South champion, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were 10-7 last year, lost in the wild card round to the Washington Commanders at home. Where do they rank in passing yards per game?
Probably pretty high. They threw the ball a lot. I'll go 8th.
4th.
Yeah, well, better than I thought.
Rushing yards per game.
Also, I believe decent. I'm gonna go 12th.
5th.
Wow. Yeah.
Passing yards allowed per game.
Not great. I'll go 16th.
30th.
Oh, bad.
Yeah. Rushing yards allowed per game.
Honestly, I have no really idea. I'm gonna go 10th.
3rd. So they're 4th,
Wow.
5th, 30th, 3rd.
Yeah, a little.
So
they know their identity.
Yeah, they know their identity, and that's honestly that's very, very well said. That's exactly what I look at this team as. I think they completely know their identity. They do what they do very, very well, and they go and they bring in a guy like Hassan Reddick, who, if he's fully healthy and he's playing to his full potential, this is a huge, huge addition to the Tampa Bay Bucs pass rush that they need, and a big reason why their secondary wasn't that good last year. It wasn't really on their secondary. It was kind of more on their pass rush, which struggled early, got a little bit better late, but they were kind of too far gone at that point. And they also brought in Kendall Vildor, so that's absolutely huge for that secondary. They lose Robert Hainsey, Joe Tryon, Shoyinka, Justin School, Tavarius Thomas, Chase Edmonds, and Jordan Whitehead. They re-signed a good amount of guys: Chris Godwin, Levante David, Ben Bredson, Anthony Nelson, and Greg Gaines. I mentioned on last week's pod that the Seahawks, the Niners, and one other team was my team that I think is a dark horse to go very, very far this year. Tampa Bay is that team for me. I think they can win the Super Bowl. I'm going to put a future on them to win the Super Bowl. I think they have
Super Bowl is crazy.
Yes, I think they have one of, if not the best offense in football. I think they have a defense that is nowhere to go but up. Their defensive line is very, very strong. Their linebackers are very, very strong. I don't think that they're the most well-coached team, but I think they do what they do well a lot better than almost every single other team in the NFL. They lost to the Commanders last year. They were on a little bit of a, I don't want to say Cinderella run, but they beat the Bucs. They beat the Lions. They went on a good run in the playoffs there that people didn't expect them to go on. I don't think the Bucs will be a victim of that next year, and I think the Bucs at least win this division and go to the divisional round at the very least.
Yeah, I have a similar outlook on them. I think they're going to be good. I am concerned for their start of the season. I think they might struggle coming out of the gates.
Play?
I don't know who they play, but they have guys banged up that aren't going to play at the start of the year.
Fair, yeah.
I don't know when Chris Godwin's going to come back. Tristan Wirfs is not going to be ready for week 1.
Yeah.
He's going to be out a little bit. And then a guy on the defensive side that I don't think he's going to – I think he could be a little bit of a difference maker for them that they bring in. Anthony Walker, he's always been decent in the run game, and if they can just get a little bit better in the run game defensively, that's going to help them.
Yeah.
So that could be a big one, but he's going to be out for a little bit still. He's close to practicing. I don't think he'll be ready for week 1, though. They have a lot of top players, I mean, on both sides of the ball, really. Vita Vea is one of the best, if not the best, defensive tackle. Antoine Winfield's one of the best safeties in football. You got good linebackers. They, like you said, that pass defense was pretty bad.
Yeah, 30th, yeah.
But they need to get better there. And then you look at the offensive side of the ball. You still have Chris Godwin, and I think bringing in Emeka Egbuka is just bringing in. I think he could, by the end of this season, be the best receiver on that team.
Yeah. I mean, and if Chris Godwin's in there as the third best receiver, and if he's even a shell of himself, this offense is absolutely fucking loaded.
Yes.
And, I mean, their running back room, extremely strong. Bucky Irving
might
be one of the better running backs in football at the end of this year. This is a dangerous, dangerous Buccaneers team.
Yes. And then also new offensive coordinator, obviously lose Liam Cohen.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna
you build that in when you get Liam Cohen. You already plan the success.
Yeah. Yeah. John Grizzard has become an internal promotion. So
a funny name can always get me.
Yeah.
Grizzard is crazy.
John Blizzard. But yeah, you got Baker Mayfield now for a couple years with these weapons. K. Dotton again, and that's another solid tight end to have.
Come on, you're seeing the vision.
I'm with the vision. I've been with the vision beforehand. I think this offensive line is solid, good. Cody Mock's good. So I also am with him. Baker Mayfield, I mean, how many offensive coordinators does he have to go through for it to finally be maybe he's the guy that's this good?
Agreed. I'm going to drop a take, and we'll see how this ages. Because I'm not going to go out there and say they will win the Super Bowl. That'd be crazy. I think they can. The team that represents the NFC out of the Super Bowl will be the Buccaneers, the Eagles, or the Lions, I'm willing to put my reputation on that. I think one of those 3 teams ends up in the Super Bowl. The
Bucs,
best 3 teams in the
Eagles,
NFC.
Lions.
I mean, we could
Yeah, I
run. We
think
could run
I'd,
through the rest. Cowboys. Do you see
I
it?
think I'd agree. No, not the Cowboys.
Commanders?
Not the Commanders is the one that I'd put right there just because I think Jane Daniels is great. But I think I'd lean Buccaneers over
Giants,
Commanders because the offensive line mainly. Giants, no.
Bears.
Absolutely not, no.
Packers,
No,
Vikings, no. Panthers, Saints, Falcons, no.
No, I mean, I don't think that's a crazy
Niners,
thing to say.
maybe. I mean,
The Niners is a question, I think.
I think there's just a
We have
gap.
to
What I'm
see it.
saying is, I think it's
Well,
those 3, and then there's a gap.
I think the Niners could have a better regular season record, but who I'm taking to make the Super Bowl, I think I'd take the Bucs over the Niners.
Agreed. Completely.
Bucs
agree.
have, I think, they have an easier strength of schedule, but we've talked about how easy the Niners' strength of schedule is.
And a lot less holes.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move on to the Falcons here then. Second place in the NFC South. They finished 8-9 last year. Of course, missed the playoffs. Passing yards per game. Where did they rank, Mike?
I believe they were solid. I mean, Kirk Cousins did have an insanity run. I'll go 10th.
5th.
Yeah, wow.
That's crazy. Rushing yards per game.
Good offensive line. I'll go 12th.
10th. Passing yards allowed per game.
Their defense, pass rush, terrible. I'll go low, 25th.
24th.
I
gotta
stop
stop
doing that to me. Gotta stop doing that to
me. Rushing yards allowed per game.
Also bad, 20th.
15th.
Oh, decent.
But yes, the Falcons, they were a team that a lot of people were high on going into the year. Pretty solid secondary, pretty solid linebackers, really good O-line, really good weapons, looked like a decent quarterback in Kirk Cousins, and they just did not perform well this year. There is not one glaring example like the Falcons last year in the NFL where there was one part of the game where they struggled so bad at that it wiped out every other thing that they were good at. Like their pass rush was just
atrocious.
So bad, and it threw off their entire defense. Their defense has a ton of talent and a lot of guys who are making a shit ton of money, but you can't rush the passer. You can't get anything done with a good secondary. However, they bring in Leonard Floyd. They bring in Jalen Walker. They draft James Pierce Jr. They do lose guys like Grady Jarrett, Matthew Judon, who isn't on a team, and Lorenzo Carter, who isn't on a team. But
Judon's on a team. I forgot to talk about that.
he got signed?
I forgot to talk about that in the
Headlines?
the headlines. Signed to the Dolphins
Did that just happen? Like today?
Yes.
Okay, well, I made my notes yesterday, so that makes sense. But regardless, it took him this long to be on a team. Their biggest loss is for sure Drew Dahlman at center. I mean, that's a huge get for the Bears. We'll talk about that. They also gained Divine Diablo from the Raiders, as well as Mike Ford and Morgan Fox.
Yes, they were 31st in sacks in the NFL. I'm trying to find who was 32nd.
I thought they were 32nd.
I thought they were too, but they were 13th.
Hold on, let me try and guess. Let me try and guess while you pull that up. Who had an absolute horrid pass rush last year?
This might take me a minute.
The Buccaneers might be up there. Honestly, they were pretty bad last year at points. Panthers. Could be the Panthers. I don't think so, though. Who else could it have been in the NFC? Cardinals.
I got it. Okay.
It's not it's not none of the teams I've named.
Panthers were 4th least.
It's not none of the other teams I named.
No, you've not named this team.
It's not the Saints.
If you'd like a hint, I can give it to you.
Go ahead.
Matthew Judon.
He's on. It's the Dolphins.
No.
Patriots.
Yes.
Wow.
Patriots only had 28 sacks. Falcons 31. Titans 32. Panthers 32.
Okay, that's interesting. Were the Bucs low on there too?
The Bucs were
They recovered at the end of the year.
They must have been very good at sacks.
Really? They were
'Cause they're
bad
not
in
on the
beginning.
list.
They were bad in the beginning of the year.
I guess I can just it cuts it off. StatMuse does, so I guess I can just change least to most.
They're one, imagine.
They were 7.
Wow.
46.
Interesting. But
Do
yeah,
you know number 1?
number 1 in sacks.
By 9, actually.
Is it AFC or NFC?
AFC.
Hold on. It's coming to me. It's coming to me.
We've talked about
Chargers.
No.
Really?
No.
Broncos?
Yes.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Broncos had 63 sacks.
Woo!
Second closest was the Ravens with 54.
Were the Chargers up there too or no?
Chargers were 6 with 46.
Okay.
So that was a good guess.
Solid, yeah. But yeah, I mean, we went off track there, but that's about all I have about the Falcons. I mean, we have to mention Michael Penix one time. So
Yeah.
Michael Penix is obviously going to be the starting quarterback here. He gets a full year, not just like 2 or 3 games at the end of the year. I've always liked Michael Penix. I've always thought he's a good quarterback.
I've liked Michael Penix as well. I think he's solid. I was kind of shocked. I mean, I think everything they did last offseason regarding the quarterback position was just a bit odd.
But we did say
it did work. I mean, it has kind of worked out for him. It's still weird to me to be paying Kirk that much.
Yeah.
And not cutting him then at the end of the season.
Well, they can't.
Him.
They can't until. Well, they can't.
I thought they could have and saved just a couple million.
Maybe they could have, but they save a ton of money if they wait a year.
Oh, so fair enough.
Yeah. Because remember, that was the big thing that we kept saying is, yeah, did they just draft a quarterback after signing one for 4 years? Yes, but they have that out after 2 with Kirk.
Yeah.
So
that's probably engraved in your mind.
Yes,
I think you've said that like
so many
dozen times.
So they have the year out.
Yeah, so that's gonna
which they're gonna
likely happen.
Yeah.
He has good weapons. He's got Kyle Pitts to throw to, who's due for maybe a breakout year in year 7 or whatever.
Drake London had his breakout year last year.
Yes, Darnell Mooney was very good at the start of last season. Did fall off a little bit, but had his moments. He was kind of good during the Kirk Cousins insanity run. Ray McLeod as well. They made the change on the defensive side of the ball. You talked about how many draft picks they invested in the defensive side of the ball. They bring in James Pierce. They did lose Justin Simmons, who was a guy who had been good for them, but they bring in Xavier Watts, who I was very high on coming out of Notre Dame. He could be a difference maker for him, but they also got Jordan Fuller, who's listed as their starter. I believe they brought him in as well to play safety.
And
so
Watts
we'll see what they do.
They picked up Watts late.
Yeah, I think they got him in the 3rd round.
They obviously still have Jesse Bates.
Yes.
So, yeah, pick 96 for Watts. So
yeah,
felt pretty.
I think they. I mean, it's just going to be, can the pass rush really wake up and be good?
For the record, I love Jalen Walker, so I think he will.
Yeah, I think Jalen Walker's going to be good. I think James Pierce could be very good as well. Yeah. I know you're not a Tennessee fan, so.
Well, I think he's got some off-field issues.
No, I don't know about the off-the-field issues.
Yeah.
It's always concerning.
I don't want to speculate, but I'm pretty sure there's some stuff there.
Yeah, but Leonard Floyd's a decent pickup as well, so they should be better in that aspect. I don't think they're better enough to compete with Tampa Bay, even though I think they're only, a game behind Tampa Bay to end the season. But Tampa Bay just came on and got hot.
2. Well, they lost. They were 2 games behind Tampa in the division while beating Tampa twice. So
yeah, and that was at the start of the year though, where Tampa struggled, had a lot of injuries. Baker had only Kate Otten to throw the ball to.
Yeah.
So
Tampa's clearly a better team roster up and down.
I believe so.
Not even close.
And they do. I mean, they do have a good offensive line. Losing Dahlman obviously stinks, but
still good.
Good tackles, maybe the best right guard in football.
Yeah, agreed.
They should still be good there.
For sure. To a team that improved last year, the Carolina Panthers, who were 5-12, missed the playoffs. Where did they rank in passing yards?
Were they 5-12 or 6-11?
5-12. They were them and the Saints were tied, but you picked them. They beat the Saints in the tiebreaker.
Oh well, yeah. I absolutely love that. The big issue for them was the defense. Obviously, their defense struggled, and did they really get better on that side of the ball? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Trayvon Merrick's a decent pickup.
Yeah, he's a decent
pickup. I caught myself
pickup.
saying good there for a second. Yeah.
They lost Clowney though. He was a guy who was good for them getting to the quarterback. Or I don't know if he could sack the quarterback, but I think he could get there.
Yeah.
He could pressure him.
Yeah, he could get there. Yeah. He never finished.
Was unable to finish.
Yeah.
Pause. They bring in they lost Xavier Woods as well. Oh no.
We're falling apart.
Josie Jewell, Shaq Thompson's gone. Jordan Fuller's gone.
They had one of the best drafts in football.
That
Ted Scorton, Umanamele, and ETN.
Yeah.
Tough names today, man.
Yeah, tough. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to pull up their depth chart, but Tat McMillan, the receiving room is definitely better. You still got Leggett developing. He needs to be better. But he was solid.
Beans and green peas.
Yeah, and then you got Thielen, who's already got a very good connection with Bryce Young. Young, first preseason game looked great, especially getting the ball to Tet.
Stud.
That could be a very good duo.
We've been Bryce Young guys for a long time. This is the year where it fully pays off, I think. Last year was a teaser. This year it fully pays off.
Well, last year, obviously, I think I said the thing where they'd finish above, and I was kind of high on Bryce Young.
Yeah.
And then we had week 1 happen, and it was one of the most abysmal performances in football history. And then week 2 wasn't much better. He got benched, but
Missed a couple games with Dalton and then came back and was really good.
yes. So
Or better, at least.
would love to see that continue.
All right. Before we finish the Panthers here, go ahead, passing yards per game last year.
Oh, yeah. 20th? Or no, 22nd.
29th.
Oh,
Rushing
lower
yards
than
per
I
game.
thought. Not great. 20th?
16th. Passing yards allowed per game.
Bad. I'll go 25th.
Yep, 25th. There you
Got
go.
another one.
And rushing yards allowed per game.
I believe they were bad. I'll go 25th.
Dead-
Or 25th.
Dead last,
Dead last.
Dead
Wow.
last.
So they,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's concerning that they didn't improve there too much.
for sure. But we'll move on to the Saints, your favorite team. You're high on them this year?
I would no.
Or I guess it's
Is
the opposite
anybody?
year. Yeah.
Can anybody in the world say
No.
they're high on the Saints?
No,
this
I
year?
mean, game of the year is going to be Saints-Giants.
yeah.
That is game of the year. They obviously drafted Tyler Shuck, whatever. I've heard it pronounced a million ways. I think it's Shuck.
I think it's Shao. I got no idea though.
Shoe, maybe. I don't know.
I think they might be the last team that doesn't have a starting quarterback listed or decided.
Who are the options? Shuck and who else?
Rattler.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Shit and crap.
Yeah.
But
Two sides of the same shit.
yeah, exactly. They added Justin Reed from the Chiefs, who's a big get. They also brought Brandon Cooks back, who obviously spent some time there early in his career. David Godshow.
Mhm.
They got Julian Blackmon, your boy. So I love when we do these previews and one player goes from one team in the preview to the other. It's just nice. It's nice to see.
Yeah.
And then Isaac Yidium from the 49ers. But they also drafted Kelvin Banks Jr., tackle in the first round, which I thought was a good pick for them. And then obviously Tyler Shuck. Guys they lost, not a ton of super impactful guys they lost. Paulson Debo, Tyrann Mathieu retired, as we talked about before. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Will Harris, Jamal Williams. And then they re-signed a decent amount of semi-important guys, Juwan Johnson, Cam Jordan, Chase Young. But all right, before you give your take, passing yards per game for the final time today.
I don't know how much the early season would skew this. I still think they were.
There's only 2 games. Like, they were bad after 2 games.
Yeah. I'll go 16th.
23rd.
Okay.
Rushing yards.
Not great. Bad. 22nd.
15th.
Oh, jeez.
I almost said 50th.
I thought you were going to say 5th.
Yeah. Passing yards allowed per game.
Their defense was abysmal,
Bad.
even after both changes. I'll go 26th for both.
Both what?
Uh,
Rushing and passing
yes.
allowed. They were 28th in passing, 30th in rushing.
Oh, so worse in rushing than passing. Okay.
Yeah. Both worse than what you said.
Yeah. I hate to say that I almost think they had a decent
I
offseason.
thought you were about to say year last year. I was like,
No, they did not have a decent year last year, but they almost had a decent offseason. Like,
Yeah.
they made some. Tyrann Mathieu retired on them. That's never good, I guess.
Replace him with Justin Reed.
They bring in Justin Reed. They bring in Julian Blackmon. That's a okay safety duo to have. I mean, Blackmon hasn't been great post Achilles tear,
Yeah.
but I mean it's solid. You lose Paulson and Debo, but now you can play Kool-Aid McKinstry more, Lante Taylor, and you bring in Isaac Yiadom.
Yidium.
Yidium. Yeah, I mean he's a solid player.
It might be Yiadom. I don't know.
You still got Chase Young. You want him to really show something
Dog.
in year 6 of Chase Young.
Is it year 6 of Chase Young already?
It's got to be pretty.
He was drafted in 20. So you're 5. Or no, year 6.
Would it
20,
be year
21,
6?
22, 23, 24, 25. 6. Yeah, year 6.
Is it year? I mean, I guess I could-
him and Burrow are going into year 6, and Tua and Herbert and
yeah.
Jeff Okuda.
Wow. Who would have
All
thought?
the studs from that
Who would have
draft.
thought he
class.
would be on his third team now?
Yeah. No, 2nd.
I thought he had a team in between. Maybe.
Oh, no,
not.
he went to the Niners.
Yeah.
3rd. Yeah, he was on the Niners, yeah.
Yeah, but you bring in Kellen Moore as the new head coach for the Saints. That's kind of the big change. Obviously, it did not work out with Dennis Allen.
Yeah.
That was a brutal end of the year. I'm trying to think of who the interim was. He's now the Jets defensive coordinator.
I can't remember his name. He was their special teams coach. I forget his name too.
But they have Brain and Staley as the new DC, and this is another
really?
team. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Staley is in as the DC, and this is another team though where first-time head coach Kellen Moore has decided or opted to have, I guess, no offensive coordinator. The head coach. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Head coach is calling plays.
Wasn't Kellen Moore the OC for Staley? And now Staley's the DC for him?
Yeah, was he?
Wow.
Wow. How the turntables. Yeah.
That's crazy.
The issue with this team is obviously one main glaring issue is quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't think Kellen Moore can really do anything about it.
Yeah.
You have a receiver core that has some guys. They brought in Brandon Cooks for some reason. Going back home to New Orleans. Chris Olave, that's just a guy you want to see stay healthy. And
honestly, bro, bench Olave this year. Fuck it. Why even have him play?
Yeah.
You're not going to do shit, and he's just been getting...
You're going to... If anybody needs to wear the Guardian cap this year, it's Chris Olave.
Didn't he have like a giant one on in practice or something?
He better have like I think is it the Braves? They have the cart.
Yes.
That drives around.
Yeah.
They need to get one that size for him.
Yeah,
they should be driving around with just an obnoxiously large helmet.
Him and Tua.
Yeah.
That's what needs that.
Tua needs one.
Olave, I think, might wear one this year in the games.
I mean, he absolutely should.
Tua refuses still for
whatever reason.
Some reason.
Offensive line, not great, but they have guys who can develop. They need Penning to continue to develop. Kelvin Banks coming in, you need him. Eric McCoy's decent, and then Fuaga continue to develop. I mean, it could be maybe like a top 15 offensive line if they develop at the end of the season, but we'll see what happens.
That's ceiling too.
And yeah, that's ceiling.
I think we had Fuaga as an award winner
last year. You might have had him as like an O'Roy.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But
Oh boy,
no. All right. We'll go to our standings here. I'll make it easy. Mine is the same as last year's.
And that is
I got Bucs, Falcons, Panthers, Saints. Are you gonna
Wait,
do it?
you have what?
Bucs, Falcons, Panthers, Saints.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing Bucs.
You gonna do it?
I want to do it so bad. Do it. Maybe make a move for the second year in a row. I think the Falcons are better, but I'm going to trust in Bryce Young. I'm going to do
There it is.
Bucs, Panthers, Falcons, Saints.
Love it.
Give me I'm betting on Bryce Young again.
There we go. And JJ Spawn's winning the FedEx Cup. So, all right. Let's move on to our awards here. You just said bet and made me think of my bets.
Oh,
so, yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, JJ Spawn's winning the FedEx Cup. So, division awards. Oh, Roy.
This is the hardest award for me right here, I think. There's two receivers that I'm going back and forth on. Just because Emeka Egbuka has more around him with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin that are going to steal from him, I'm going to go with Ted McMillan to win O'Roy. But I think they're both going to have fantastic seasons, and I think they could both compete for this award in the entire NFL, to be completely honest.
Agreed, 100%. I'm also going to go with Tet for the same reason, just too crowded in Tampa. There's a very, very, and I love Tet. There's a very possible world where Emeka's a better receiver.
Yeah.
So I'm not just saying that I think Tet's better by this. I just think his opportunity outweighs Emeka Egbuka's opportunities.
Completely. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jalen Walker. He should be on the field a lot for Atlanta. They need him to be good, and I have him as Defensive Rookie of the Year.
This might be one where we have 5 for 5 here. The same. I don't know if we've had one yet this year where we've gone 5 for 5. Actually, I know for a fact we haven't because I've been editing and I would have known if we made it easy to get 5 images instead of 10. But yes, I am also going to go with Jalen Walker. I think him and Michael were two of the most underrated defensive players in the draft, and they both went to. I guess I was going to say they both went to good teams, but are we going to call the Falcons a good team?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh boy. I guess I could have almost put Tet here, to be honest, but I'm going with Bucky Irving.
Yeah.
He's going to get a lot. And honestly, I would almost consider him for MVP, but I'm going Bucky Irving. He's going to get a lot in this receiving game and the running game. I think he's an incredible talent, and he's only going to get better. So I got Bucky Irving as oh boy.
I have Drake London. He had a breakout year last year, and I think I picked him as my offensive player of the year. Actually, I might have picked him as my MVP at the end of the year when we did our awards postseason for each division. I think I picked him as my MVP for this division.
Maybe definitely look.
Maybe I'm wrong, but Yeah, I don't have those notes anywhere near me. But regardless, I'm picking him as Offensive Player of the Year here. I think you can make an argument that he's the best receiver in this division. And honestly, I think I would make that argument at this point. Mike Evans is still really good. Chris Godwin's still really good. But Drake London's just on an upward trajectory, and I think he has potential to be one of the best receivers in the entire NFL this year. And I also think, similar to what I said about JSN last episode, I think he's another guy that has an opportunity to compete for Offensive Player of the Year in the NFL. So give me Drake London as my Offensive Player of the Year.
You had him as Offensive Player of the Year.
Oh, okay, cool.
You had Baker as MVP.
Yep. Checks out.
Never forget your preseason MVP.
What was it?
Kirk Cousins.
Was it? It was
Yes.
yours too, wasn't
It was.
Yeah, okay. Then just chose to mention mine, not yours.
You're a notorious Kirk Cousins hater, though. For Depoy,
Sure.
back and forth between two teammates, but I'm going to go with Antoine Winfield Jr. This pass defense, like we said, was bad. He's going to have to continue to step up, and I think he's one of the best safeties in football. I have him just as Defensive Player of the Year this division.
Yeah, it's very, very, very easily Vita Vea for me. Best interior.
That's the other guy I was deciding between.
I mean, it's him and Chris Jones are the only options for best interior defensive lineman. And wait, I'm thinking of it now. Did we not pick Vita Vea in our best interior defensive lineman draft?
Oh, I don't remember.
If we didn't pick Vita Vea, what an absolute horrid decision by us. You can look it up, but
I know for a fact I picked DeForest, but
yeah,
I picked Vita over him,
'cause
obviously.
I know we picked DeForest Buckner. I know we picked Chris Jones. I know we picked Sexy Dexy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We didn't.
Well,
pick
we got 3.
Who else did we pick?
I
I don't want to derail too much here, but I do really, really, really want to know.
I think
Here, I'll pull it up.
We did not pick him.
We didn't.
I picked. Wow, I choked really bad. I should have picked him. You picked Chris Jones, Jalen Carter, and I think Jeffrey Simmons.
That
And I
checks out.
picked Dexter Lawrence, DeForest, and Kenan Williams.
Yeah, Vita Vea is better than at least one or two of those guys.
Yeah, he's better than I'd say.
Everybody but
Quinnen
Chris Jones
Williams,
and
Jeffrey
Dexter
Simmons.
Lawrence.
I think Jalen Carter could become better this season.
Yeah, but right now it's Vita over Jalen Carter.
Yeah, and I mean,
And then he's better than Defoe, better than Jeffrey Simmons. He's at least 3 on that list. So
I put him right there with Defoe. But
complete mess up by us. I'm going with him as my defensive player of the
MVP.
year. MVP, yeah.
Baker Mayfield,
Of
not
course.
much to say.
Yep.
Quarterback, you think he's going to have a great season as 6 maybe, and great weapons that he can get the ball to.
Yeah, Bucky,
Rashad.
Rashad White, Mike Evans, Emeka, Godwin, Otten.
Has a lot of weapons, good offensive line. Just needs Wirfs to get healthy, and that offense is going to be buzzing.
Yep, one of the better situations of any quarterback in the NFL. I'm also a Baker guy. Honestly, like I'm looking at this division, the Saints don't have a quarterback, so they don't really count. But all the other teams that have quarterbacks, I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of Baker. I'm a fan of Bryce Young, and I like Michael Penix. So
I mean, I'm a little less on. I mean, I like Michael Penix, but
that's
I
why
like
I said I'm a fan of, and I like him. For that
Yeah,
specific
I like Bryce Young a lot more, and I like Baker a lot more.
Yeah, for sure.